Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be working on my Weber grill. One of the things is I barbecue a lot, and one of the things that go on these Weber kettle grills are the one-touch cleaning system here. And what happens is it gets jammed up. A little rust forms underneath, and then it gets jammed. It gets a little rusted up, and it has to be replaced. Now, also, depending on what food you cook, a couple times I cooked pork belly on this, and pork belly has a tremendous amount of fat that will drain. And now I did clean this up using a wire brush because it is a little rough here, and these fins here have to brush against the surface. So after I take the fins out, I'm going to go over it with the wire brush again. Now here's the kit that they sell, One Touch Cleaning System kit. It has all the parts necessary to replace it. Now, from experience, now I must have replaced these because I've had more than one kettle grill. This is like my third or fourth kettle grill. I go through them because I barbecue a lot. Now I must have replaced these. I don't keep track anymore how many I replaced. But it's cheaper than replacing the whole grill. Now, eventually you will have to replace the grill. These grills do not last forever. Now, it depends on how much you barbecue, how long they'll last. So, now, what I did was I took out the ash collection system first. You should be able to know how to do that if you own one of these. And like I said, I cleaned it out. Now what I'll do is you flip this over, and underneath here, this is the handle to move the system, and as you can tell, it's rusted out. Now this bar here that goes through these two eyelets here hold it in place. Now, one of the problems you'll have is you won't be able to get that out. Now, one of the easy ways to do it is take a pair of big pliers, and these you will usually break. But today what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my angle grinder, and I'm going to cut it here and here and here and here, and then it will come apart. So I have my angle grinder set up. Excuse me, this is a little dusty. So what I'm going to do, I'll try to do this one-handed if I can. And hold on, it's a little hard to do one-handed. Okay, let's see if that did it. Let's see. There we go. And it pops right off. Now, I may need to get a screwdriver to pry this up. You can see that it's rusted here, and what I have to do is, maybe if I hit it a few times with the handle of the wire brush, it will come loose. Hold on. Okay, let's see. I gotta have to get a screwdriver and pry it. Okay, let me get that and I'll be right back. Now, what I did was I took a screwdriver and a hammer, which you're not supposed to do. I didn't feel like going back in for a chisel, and I hit the two pieces of metal that were sticking up that I had cut off, and it dropped in, and you can tell there's a little rust here, and we'll clean that up a little. We'll just use the wire brush and just clean it up a little. Doesn't have to be perfect. Now, here's the blades that came out. I had pulled on them, that's why they're bent up. And you gotta discard this anyway. And we have the kit here. Now this fell down, so I have to put this back on. That's very easy. Sometimes these metal pieces here, they're very flexible, and what happens, they become loose. So you just bend them back, and we'll put that back on onto the grill. Now the slide for the bar goes on the right. There's an opening here, so that goes on the right of the grill. As you're looking at it with the handle facing you, this goes up here, and these tabs go underneath by the legs here. There's openings here, so I'm gonna put that on first, and I'll get back to you. I'm back. Now, what I did was I wire brushed it and I wiped it off. Now, the most important thing is where the fins go. So you want it to ride on a smooth surface as much as possible to brush in the ashes fall into these holes here. Now what I'll do is I'll take out the kit. Now I actually had this in my garage, this kit, for about a year now. I ordered it online through Amazon, 2 days shipping, and I get it. It comes with all the parts necessary. Comes with the 3 fins, the bar, this is the holder that holds it all together. This goes on the inside, and this goes underneath. This piece goes underneath, this goes underneath, this goes up top, the fins go up top. Now the instructions are right here, and it tells you how to assemble this in the right order. Now they're labeled 1, 2, and 3. They have numbers on them. Okay, this is, I don't know if you can see that, but that's number 2, number 3, and number 1. A lot of people don't know that. They don't read the directions. They don't know that they're labeled 1, 2, and 3, and they go in a certain order. So what you do, and I haven't done this in a long time, so I have to refresh myself for the directions. Now of course they tell you to take off the ash catcher now and everything, and they show that you can leave the ring on that holds the ash catcher, and they tell you how to remove it. You see, they even have a diagram of a screwdriver using it to break the old one free. Alright, and they have the different models. This is my model, and they have the other type of Weber kettle grill, and it's two different ways of putting it together. Now what I have to do is you throw away the pieces, it says, and then get your things ready, having it 1, 2, 3, and the first one you put it through is number 1. Now let me pause this so I can set this up on the tripod. Okay, now I have it up on the tripod. I'm going to position this so you can see it better. Let me put this down. Now, we start with this piece, and we start with number 1. You take this piece and put it with the holes facing down, and that goes through number 1. Then we have to take number 2. Now you can see that these are cut. These are cut at different angles to fit. So we take number 2 and put it in. And that's number 2. Then we take number 3, and you can see that this is different than the other one. And that goes in here. So you stack them all. You stack them all together. Okay, just like that. Then what we have to do is number 1. The number 1 position, okay, which is this one, will face where you have this slot here. So looking from the inside, you place it in here like so. Alright, you just sit that in there, and number 1 position will point to the slot. Now what we'll do, hold on, let me show you the directions. Now this is very important that you do it this way, because if you don't do it this way, it's not going to function properly. Now we put that in, and we then take this, I call it a key, okay, because this holds it all together along with this rod, and this rod has a little a protrusion here, and that protrusion is so it can go, it's like a key that goes into the holes that we just put in, and this is going to go through here like so, and we're going to, hold on, it's hard working like this, but we push this down. Let me flip it over on the side so it can be seen. Hold on. Okay, so we have that there, and we take this and we slide it over that, and then with this will go through, and you line it up so it will go through that key opening. Hold on, I have to. Okay, now the key opening is at the bottom, so you line it up, push it through, and then turn. Let me show you that again. It lines up, and then you'll turn it. It can be turned either way. And like I said, you just turn this, okay, and it will lock into position. Now we'll stand it back up, and we'll make sure that it's functioning right. Okay, this is the closed position. Open. Okay, open and close. So that's all you have to do. It's a simple job. The hardest part is getting the old piece off of the grill. That's the hardest part of the whole procedure. We'll see how long this one will last. I've already had this grill probably 2 years now, but I cook more than the average person. It's depending on how your cooking style and the grease and everything. I do a lot of what they call offset cooking. I mean indirect cooking. I don't cook directly above the coals. Most of the time I cook on the other side, which causes the grease to drop down, and this causes the grease to slide around that point, and this is where it gets jammed up. So anyway, I hope this helped you. It's an easy job. People can do it. Like I said, if you don't have a grinder, an angle grinder, use a screwdriver. It shows you in the directions. You put it underneath that bar and you hit it, and it will break open. And then you may have to hit it a few more times to break it free. But it's a simple job. This took, by the time I got everything ready, 10 minutes, 15 minutes for the cleanup of using the wire brush and everything. So everyone, have a good day. Please click like, subscribe, share, comment down below. Bye everyone.